Now, I've mentioned different times about cleaning the aura, having someone clean your aura, or even doing it yourself. So what are we talking about? We're actually talking about the fact that these things that have been sticking on, some of them for years, can actually be cleared away, creating a new clean start. But sometimes these things have been here for so long, they actually create a certain hole in the aura. Imagine you've got now a hole, and energy is going in and out, in and out. And that's very dangerous because you can be losing the energy that you need. Now think of your cell phone, and as you see the bars of how much electricity you have left, and the battery's going down, and you realize it's soon going to stop functioning. And then take that analogy to here, because if our energy is escaping, then we won't be able to download, we won't be able to upload, we won't be able to send and receive. Our system will go down to only what it has to do to stay alive. And many people, I'm sad to say, that's what their life looks like. They just live from day to day because the amount of energy they have isn't enough for the extra. So how do you actually close a hole in the aura? How do you have more energy? These are important questions. You know, there's certain things you really have to know about the aura if you want to have an exceptional life. And one of them is how to close this. Now, if there's a problem and you keep digging at it, it's a bit like if you have a cut, and as it's healing, you keep scraping it, it'll never heal. And I'm saying this because I know there are many different techniques of talking about things and opening them up and digging in. But on an electromagnetic level, that's not the best way, because what you want to do is actually send healing energy to that place. It's a bit like these cars now, or bicycle tires, where you put in a bit of glue with the air. And as long as you're driving, the glue stays wet. But if there's a puncture, a hole, then it goes out, the air causes drying, and actually it keeps the tire inflated, so you can drive on a thorn or on a sharp rock, and nothing really happens. You keep going. In a similar way, you want to be able to use your energy to plug it up. Now, on a physical level, you know that if there's a cut, the body will send certain corpuscles to actually close it up. And then it sends the white blood cells to eat up the problems and more oxygen through the red cells. But as it is healing, it's actually the body sending something to keep it shut. So how do we heal a problem? How do we close a hole in the aura? And of course, it's not a physical hole. It's something that's to do with how we think and feel about it. It's on our mind. And we need to use the power of our mind to do this healing. We can actually send energy from our thoughts, from our mind, to heal this area. And we do it with love. We do it by thinking good thoughts, by trying to think to ourselves how not to do that kind of thing again, how not to let it happen to us again. But we don't go into, and I hate him and I shouldn't, because that's just sending the wrong energy. And as we send this, it starts to form up and close the hole in the aura. So, you know, sometimes there's a situation of stress, and the stress goes on and on. And this is like a pressure, you know, people say they're under pressure. It's like you take a balloon and you squash it. That's what's happening to the aura, because something is pressing and pressing and pressing on the aura. And this situation can actually cause something on a physical level. Yeah, if you take, for example, a person who is under a lot of stress and it's ongoing and it's in this area, and at a certain point, this energy actually starts to create an ulcer. So something will appear physically, but only after it has already been a situation in the aura for some time. So people get physical problems. It can be a slowing down or a speeding up of the thyroid because of emotional instability caused by emotional problems. So a person can feel love, or someone might have left a person, and because of this change of emotion, there'll be a shift in the chemicals that the thyroid is causing, and you'll have too much or too little thyroxine, and then you'll have bulimia or anorexia caused by an energy situation now going into the chemistry of the body. And the same thing can be with adrenaline. I mean, people get addicted to adrenaline, and then they have to jump out of planes or go down bicycles, down mountains, and without it, they don't get the energy they need because they're so accustomed to the chemical adrenaline running around their system that if they don't get it, they go into a depression. And people who do jogging, and if they don't do their few miles a day, they have a situation where they go into depression. And when they do run, they get what's called runner's high. So we're actually talking about energy around us affecting our aura and actually having a display in our chemistry and even in our physiology. Many of the problems that people have could be eliminated before they happened just by a good aura cleaning, say once every few months. But people carry so much stuff that they don't need because we're aware physically about keeping our system physically clean. But how many people take care of their energy system? It's a must, especially in the day and age we live in today.